5, things are going to get flashy. Yeah, Tengen finds his wife.
He finds his wife. He finds all the wives.
He does, which
It's
is
a
good
happy
for him.
reunion. Good for him. Yeah, that's like a thing. I always thought, like, going into this, I thought when he said wives, it was just like they were just like his girls, like, but they're actually like a polyamorous family. They're wives.
Yeah, they're his wives, and he's a good looking dude.
Mm.
Like Zenitsu's pissed, but Tengen's got many women. I noticed. So like he obviously finds Hinetsuro first, who's tied up
Mm.
because obviously the demon was going to devour her, and yeah, he pretty much just like heals her with a little pill, and then he's like, "Yo, leave this place. Don't come back. Like you're done."
Yeah,
Um, and
she
then
didn't.
Nick, and
She didn't
then
leave.
she didn't leave.
No, she was there.
Where was she at?
She was down in the hole.
No,
Wait,
no, that was her other.
It was just two.
That was
Sorry.
the other two. Anyway, before we get to the whole issue, um, dude, he pulls his weapons out for the first time.
Yeah, it was so cool.
He's like, and then they like unraveled, and he grabbed them, and he just pulled. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Oh my god. Okay, so and then we go to Tanjiro, who's just trying to fight this demon, and it's just not working.
It is not working. So you want to know something I like about this show a lot?
And what's that?
Is this a shonen? I don't know. Whatever. I've seen so many animes where the main character gets beaten down in a fight, and through some act of sheer willpower, they end up winning the fight. It's like
Yes.
they overcome a barrier that they have in themselves, and like they make a promise. I'm not going to lose this fight. I'm going to save everybody. And Tanjiro's doing that right now. He's like, I need to win this fight. There's no if or what. I have to.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's totally not going to win this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm assuming that because of the end of this, like they're all going to gather around and fight together. Like if he didn't have his reinforcements to come, like he's dead. There's no way. He's so outclassed in this fight.
He is. He's completely outclassed. And you're right. There is. I get that feeling as well. Like there is no Tanjiro figuring it out or overcoming anything right now,
No.
which freaks me out a little bit just for the basis of the entire show. Like I put this down. Like this upper rank demon is not as strong as Akaza is, and Akaza is the third strongest demon. So there's two others that are stronger than he is, and then there's Muzin, who's obviously makes Akaza like piss his pants when he's in front of him,
Right.
So what is gonna happen now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and Rengoku died. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels like, oh yeah, because Tengen seems super strong. Like, I have a prediction when Tengen fights this demon, he's gonna smack dog shit out of her, and that's gonna be it.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know how they're gonna do like everything else. All the other demons.
Yeah, I like that though. I like that about this show is like there's this ominous feeling throughout all of it because we know that they're so outclassed by the demons. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be just like through the power of friendship or some talk no jutsu they win. Like something is going to happen, some sort of like plan, a miracle essentially is the only
Yeah.
way that this is, and I love that.
I feel like ever since I saw that in the Ant Chimera arc in Hunter x Hunter,
Mhm.
um, ever since I saw that happen, where I was like, "There's no way that they're going to be able to outbox these ants. Like, they have to like figure something out."
Mhm.
I've come to like really appreciate that. Like, oh, we're outclassed and we need to figure out a way to do it, and it's not going to be just through sheer willpower.
Mhm.
It's going to have to be through like tactical killing, I guess you could say. But with Tanjiro right now, he's like so far outclassed, but I think there's a transformation that's happening with him in this episode that I think is going to become more of a core tenet of his character.
Mhm.
And that is his breathing technique.
Yes.
He currently is water breathing because that's who taught him, or what he was taught when he first became a demon slayer. Um, and he's realizing that his Hinokami Kagura is actually what he's more not familiar, but like can better execute.
Right. It's what his body is meant for.
Yes. Like even when he has a fever and he's hot, he's better at executing that.
Right.
So I have a prediction that makes Rangoku's death uh like reasonable is that Rangoku gave him his hilt to give to his brother, and his brother did not want to take it. He wanted Tanjiro to take it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, and based off the way that the demon was mocking Tanjiro's sword,
Mm-hmm.
I think the sword's going to break in this episode. And I think he's going to give the hilt to the sword maker and tell him to build him a sword around Rangoku's hilt.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to be wielding a fire blade.
Right. I think you're spot on. I'm sorry, I just muted myself.
Hmm.
I think you're spot on, and definitely a transformation. And we found out that his, how do you say it? Hinogama, what his breathing technique
Yeah,
is sun breathing. Like we found that out, and sun breathing is the initial breathing technique. So it's
the first one. Yeah.
probably the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna become like a badass
I,
eventually.
I think he is. I don't want to say that he's going to become like the next Flame Hashira.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if he's going to ever make it to like Hashira status.
Mm-hmm.
Unless at like very end of the series and like they defeat the demons and they're like, oh, you're Hashira now, you did it, whatever. um I think he's going to be fully fire, or he's going to be able to do every single breath, and this is going to just be like an Avatar situation where he just fucking he's ripping beast, sound, electric, you name it, he's doing it, you know.
I don't think that's gonna happen. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome, but I don't think it's gonna
Nah.
happen. Dude, when he made that had that epiphany, he's like, I need to use sun breathing, and this is my thing. And he like it flashed to Rengoku, and he's like, I need to set my heart ablaze. Like chills, man.
I was like, yes. I was like, Rangoku, you made it back.
It was awesome.
Anytime I can get an appearance, love Rangoku, I'm going to be happy.
Me too.
I gotta be honest with you, Tengen is really, really kind of making like a really good case for being one of my favorite Hashiras right now.
He's so cool.
He is the coolest.
That's my final note. And like the scene, like when it's a flashback and he's talking to his wives and he's like, you've pretty much been told your whole life that the mission is the most important thing and you should give your life for the mission. He's like, forget that. You're the most important thing. It's you, and then it's the common folk, and then it's me. So always survive. And I was just like, that's so cool.
Yeah, he's such a badass, man. He's such a badass. This dude's got to be like 6'10", you know?
Yeah.
Like the way that he walked up to his wives after he saved them, he like put his hand over him, and he's like like a whole person taller than they are.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude's got to be 6'10", or they got to be a 4'11". I don't know which is which, but it's one of them.
He's a big boy. He's big jack dude.
He is.
Another awesome thing that happened this episode was Zenitsu's entrance. Like when he was still asleep. And I'm just like, this dude, if he got his shit together, could be stronger than like both Inosuke and Tanjiro. Like he's a badass.
That's the thing. So like he could be, but his personality or who he is holding him back completely. You know,
Yes.
he can only do it when he's sleeping.
Right. Which is so weird.
It was that Inosuke's first time experiencing Zenitsu's power.
I like his sleeping power.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't have a bigger reaction because I thought it was as well. I'm like, this is the first time you've seen him just like move at lightning speed. Like he's faster than you are. And then obviously like, Tengen shows up and he pulls out like his swords and that says Demon Destroyer on them. And you're like, oh my God, like so awesome. And then it's so awesome. And then he's so much faster than Zenitsu. And you're like, holy shit, like this dude is the sound of Shira. Like that's insane. Like he's fast.
He's fast. It's just so cool. And then it ends with him saying the quote of what the episode title is, and I'm just like, yes, go up there. I want to see you fight her.
I want you to see his beat. That was the thing. He's like over here. He's like doing his like sword shit. And he's like flicking around. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm just like, dude, Tanjiro's up there fighting for his life right now. Like you gotta stop looking around and get up there. Cause like he's dying, bro. Like he can't fight this demon. You're the only one who can do it. But before we end, like I just want to say, like Inosuke getting into the hole, like sticking his head in and not working, and then him dislocating his joints and slithering through the hole. I don't know about you, but like I think it's called splunking.
Hmm.
or whatever. That freaks me out to like no end. Like the fact that people put their bodies through small holes. Like reading stories of people dying doing that freaked me out. Like I'm not gonna get into it, but like it is freaky. And when he did it, I was like, "Oh, please do not do it." And he's like slithering through the hole, and there's nowhere for him to move his limbs. And I'm just like, "How do you know where you're going is gonna lead to a place where you can like be like a Limmy again?" You know?
Yeah, it could have just been a hole, just
Yeah, it could
a
have been a
hole in
dead
the
end
ground.
hole, and then what are you gonna do? Oh my god, it freaks me out, bro. It freaks me out so much.
Yeah, I
Oh
know
my
that
god.
feeling. I know that feeling very well.
Not interested. Not interested.
Yeah, Damien's not going splunking.
No, never. You'll never see me in a fucking cave hole ever,
Yeah.
ever.
Did you know? Would you ever see the thing? I don't know why splunking made me think of this, but there's a completely unrelated. Sorry, then any episode when people fish for catfish and
Noodling.
they noodle it and they stick
Yeah.
their arm in a hole.
Stick their
It's like, you want it to like you don't know what's in that hole. Like it could be a catfish or it could be like a snake or something, and they stick their arm in and pull out a catfish because it's
Yeah.
biting their arm.
It's literally thinks their arm is a fish that they can bite onto, and then I don't even know what you do. You grab the inside of the fish, like its innards, and like rip it out of the hole. Then you have a whole fucking catfish on your arm. Like, what are you gonna do with that? You know? Eat it, but
there are better ways to catch fish.
there are
Why are we still
completely
doing this?
exactly. You could get a PVC pipe, you know, and like wrap it with something, and then like I don't know. There's better ways. There's better ways.
I digress. Damien.
He digresses. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. The muscle mice showed up again because they brought Zenitsu's sword, and I was like, yeah, muscle mice. Yeah, that's kind of it.